Atrau city. Today, in this video, I will tell you more about Atrau city, the impacts it may experience due to the climate change and its vulnerabilities.
The city of Atrau is situated in a coastal zone of the Caspian Sea, the largest inland body of water on Earth. Owing to its large size, its long isolation and its brackish waters, the sea supports an unusual collection of organisms. Among them, there are at least 331 endemic species. Another specific nature is that the district is located in the Caspian Depression, which is -20 meters below the ocean's mean sea level. The district occupies a territory of over 118,000 square kilometers. The land is flat. The main waterway of the district area, the Ural River, runs into the Caspian Sea 45–50 kilometers to the south of the city of Atrau. According to the character of soil cover and vegetation, the territory is divided into 4 zones: seaside, river, river plain, semi-desert steppe, and a zone of sand. Forest occupies hardly more than 1% of the territory. Around 450,000 people live in the district, which is approximately 3% of the entire country population. Atrau is the major inhabited center of the area, with a further 7 rural areas, 14 settlements, 189 rural and village districts. Around 60% of the people live and work in Atrau. The district footprint is around 120,000 square meters and an average population density of 3.8 person per 1 square kilometer. So, compared to many other countries, we all have a lot of personal space. In the district, we have around 200 schools, 10 colleges, and 3 centers of higher education. There are also approximately 40 medical service centers. Buildings are characterized predominantly as apartment blocks, many still in the old Soviet uniform style. In some outlying areas, you can find a range of houses, from the grand affluent design to the very basic, simple structures. Atrau is well known throughout the world as the energy capital of Kazakhstan. Many major oil and gas companies are concentrated in the city, both domestic companies and well-known operators and manufacturers from all around the world. Today, the region has major oil and gas fields which are being developed in 4 districts. Kazakhstan's state balance of reserves for the Atrau region has 87 hydrocarbon fields, including 66 oil fields and 21 petroleum and gas condensate fields. In the past, fishing was a key industry in the region, but due to the adverse ecological situation in the Caspian Sea, population of endemic commercial fish stocks has dramatically decreased, in particular the Caspian sturgeon population, which comprises the 70% of the whole world stock. The climate is characterized as extreme continental. Despite the proximity of the sea, it's very dry, with hot summers and cold winters. Precipitation is low throughout the year. Snow is common, though light, in winter. The lowest temperature record is -40 Celsius degree, recorded in 1909, and the highest temperature is around 43 Celsius degree, recorded in 1984. The warm season lasts from May to September, with an average daily high temperature above 26 Celsius degree. The cold season lasts from November to March, with an average daily high temperature below 2 Celsius degrees. The precipitation amount varies throughout the year. Precipitation is most likely in December, occurring in 52% of the days, and the least is likely in September, occurring in 15% of the days. Over the entire year, the most common forms of precipitation are light rain, moderate snow, moderate rain, and light snow. Over the course of the year, typical wind speeds vary from 1 meters per second to 6 meters per second, characterized as a light air to moderate breeze, rarely exceeding 11 meters per second, the strong breeze. The Caspian sea level has experienced large fluctuations with wide-reaching impacts on the environment, population, on the coastal regions, and on the economy. Water level of the Caspian Sea has been rising constantly over the last 25 years, flooding wide spaces of land. The last significant rise in the Caspian sea level took place between 1978 and 1996. The increase resulted in the flooded settled and agricultural lands and also destroyed infrastructure. Flooding also contributed to the salinization of the areas affected. Taking into consideration the complexities of Atyrau city, it was difficult for me to find a consistent projection model for the region. Often, new model completely contradicts the results of previous one. Whilst areas such as temperature and precipitation are commonly agreed, water inflow is significantly impacted by the human factor outside of the Kazakhstan control. For example, the upstream damming of the rivers. Dams controlling the water flow can create the major changes. This makes the water level predictions virtually impossible, and this is the exactly case of the Caspian sea level predictions. In the majority of the models, the projected changes for the Central Asia states in many cases continue the tendencies already observed, while increase of their rates as well as the interscenario differences are accelerating by the end of the 21st century. Relative to the baseline climate, the area averaged annual mean warming for the Kazakhstan by 2011 and 2030 is 1.2 Celsius degree. By the end of the 21st century, it gets higher from 2.6 to almost 5 Celsius degree. The warming is accompanied by decreases in yearly number of frost days. In average, it's 15-30 days for Kazakhstan. An increase is projected in duration of summer temperature high extremes. The most severe heat waves are projected to occur in West Siberia and Central Asia states. In many regions, along with decreasing mean precipitation, an increase in very intensive precipitation is projected. However, credibility of precipitation projections is estimated to be lower than that of the temperature.
Atyrau city's riverside is the popular place for its citizens for spending their leisure time. Unlike parks, the river is easily accessible to everybody due to the fact that it runs through the middle of the city. And fishing is a popular sport all over the year. As per observations made, the precipitation and river runoff rate are correlated and linked with each other. In the worst case scenario, it is presumed that the Ural River level will increase and will flood all the low-lying infrastructure and housing, which will lead to a big economic loss. Even the Ural River level did decrease. There is a still high probability that Caspian sea level will increase due to the high projected runoff from the Volga River. For example, comparing the projected rise and downsurge of the sea level up to 3-6 meters, in both cases the first area that would suffer an adverse impact of it are the reed beds, the important habitat for majority of the red-listed species, especially birds. So the general feeling that the water level will raise. However, due to the significant effect that the human factor play, activities such as damming, irrigation and additional freshwater resources required by the growing population of the city, we cannot ignore the fact that water levels still may go down. Whilst if and when are unpredictable, we do know that such a drop will cause a significant impact for the coastal erosion and drops in the water level. There is a potential of an impact similar to the fate of the Aral Sea.
The shallow depths of the northern part of the Caspian Sea already creates a problem for the maritime navigation, supporting oil and gas plants offshore. However, except the economic problems for the industry involved, there are no significant impacts on the town services since there is no main utility links located in this area.